name is Keith Key. I was involved in the festival since its inception. The history of the Heritage Festival goes back in the early 80s when it began as a block party. And the block party used to happen twice a year, first in the fall as an opportunity for students to meet each other. So the first Friday of class, we would have a block party. It would be at Drake Union outside in the parking lot, and it would, host about 4,000 or 5,000 people. And then in the spring, it was a much bigger event. It would host about 10,000 people, and we would use West Campus. We used St. John Arenas one year, so we would move it to where the university could actually provide resources in terms of space. But that event was not just a block party then either. It was a big block party on Saturday, and on Sunday we would convert it into a barbecue in the intramural fields. And we'd have about 10 or 15,000 people there, and fraternities and sororities and organizations would have booths and tents so people could actually learn more about the different organizations on campus as well. The evolution of the block party came really out, evolution of the Heritage Festival came out of the block party. It was, again, trying to preserve the fact that we came together, and from not just the party, but converting that, coming together into something more meaningful. So the Heritage Festival's history is really about keeping African American students together and allowing us to have a chance to express ourselves, not only to each other, but to the university.
So today we are kicking off the 34th Annual African American Heritage Festival, which is one of the longest student-planned, if you will, sort of student-owned programming events here on campus. I think it started because African American students were increasing their presence here on campus and wanted to have something that represented them culturally, but also this notion of what it means to be a part of the Ohio State University family. And so what has happened and evolved over the last few years is that each planning committee has selected a theme, and usually it has been a Swahili word. So this year's theme is Msisi Kumo, which means passion. And so what we've been asking students is, what is your passion? What are you passionate about? Whether or not it's completing your education here, whether it's giving back to others, or maybe joining an organization with people who have like-minded interests. But we want them to be passionate about the things that are happening around them. And given all that's happened on campus over the last couple of weeks, I think this year's festival takes on a different magnitude, a sense of urgency that, even 34 years later, some of the issues that some of our early, if you will, students here, some of our current students are still encountering. And so we should be having these dialogues and conversations about this notion of passion.
My name is Larry Williamson Jr. I'm the director of the Frank W. Hill Jr. Black Culture Center with the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. And I'm also advisor for the Poetry Slam and the OSU Reads. The impact of the Heritage Festival to me is kind of twofold. I had the opportunity of seeing the Heritage Festival evolve. And what I mean by that is I've seen it when it was the block party and how many people came to the Heritage Festival, well, to the block party. And the block party was basically for fun, but I also seen a transition of it.
The impact of the festival was a little bit getting to know one another. It was a time that we could actually come together as African American students to find out ways that we can make a difference in each other's life and in the life of the university.
Now, the changes I've seen when it became the African American Heritage Festival was more so educational. I think it put pride within what we do here at the Ohio State University as an African American community. I've seen students get involved a lot more. I've seen them come across with cultural and educational things that really made sense to our community.
As a freshman here at the Ohio State University, I had the opportunity to join this leadership cohort and really develop, at 19 years old. So I think starting off my experience at Ohio State with Heritage Festival being my foundation, it really propelled me into a brighter future as a leader here on campus. It kept me grounded and kept me invested in my education at Ohio State. I think the highlight of my festival experience was definitely the Monday meetings. I always knew that at the end of the day, at the end of a Monday, it's like, okay, I get to stay on campus for another 2 hours, and the end product being the last week, but those Monday meetings were really the journey. And I think that we all grew so much every single week coming back and forth. And I think next to Monday meetings, it would have to be watching people start off with an idea and then seeing that idea come to life, and how proud we all felt of ourselves after working so hard for 6 to 7 months planning. It was one of the things that kept me here. It's also one of the largest festivals of its kind at a predominantly white institution, which means a lot to me as an African American. So I'd like to share that with people in any forum, in any space that I have the opportunity to do so. And I'm excited to see where Heritage Festival is going to go in the future. I think every year we bring in dynamic students who have all of these ideas and they're ready to really implement them all. So I know that with time and with new students, new generations, Heritage Festival is going to grow and it's going to be bigger than I've seen it, bigger than anyone's seen it. So I'm excited to see that journey.
The years that I was involved with Heritage Festival, the largest impact that we had is that there was lots of collaboration with the MPHC. I was a member of the MPHC sorority at the time, and I was also on the executive board, so I was able to kind of change a couple of things within the bylaws for MPHC to make sure that Greeks took a larger part in Heritage Festival. But also we took the time during the years that I was in Heritage Festival to actually make sure that our events were really, really community focused. And we started to do some different things with community service, and we started to do some different things with our judges for different events, and just basically the overall promotion and culture around different events.
Greetings. My name is Khalid Bowens, and I am a senior social work major at The Ohio State University. I've been part of the African American Heritage Festival for about 3 years now, and I currently serve as the overall co-chair for the 2015 37th Annual African American Heritage Festival. Greetings. My name is Khalid Bowens.
And I'm Devontae Johnson.
And we're excited to serve as the 37th Annual African American Heritage Festival overall co-chairs.
We would like to thank you for your continued support as we continue our 37th legacy of one of the historic and largest cultural festivals of any college campus.
We believe this festival has been critical to fostering an environment that celebrates the vast diversity and legacy of the African American experience that is woven into the fabric of The Ohio State University.
If you would like to learn more about the African American Heritage Festival, we invite you to visit our website at heritagefestival.osu.edu.
The African American Heritage Festival would like to ask you to consider partnering with us as we strive to create programs that impact the OSU and extended community. You may give a one-time gift or make a commitment to partner with us on an annual basis.
You may make your gift payable to the African American Heritage Festival. Please mail your checks and money orders to the Student Life Multicultural Center at 1739 North High Street, Suite 1000, Columbus, Ohio, 43210.
You may also make your donations online by going to our website at heritagefestival.osu.edu.
And again, we would like to thank you for partnering with us, the African American Heritage Festival.
We look forward to seeing you at our events this year as we continue the 37-year legacy of the African American Heritage Festival.
My name is TJ Stewart. I was first ever involved as a volunteer committee chair, and that was for the 27th Annual African American Heritage Festival. I have also chaired the Gospel Fest, and then I went on as a student advisor to advise Gospel Fest. The Heritage Festival has always been really iconic, I think, for the black students in the black community at Ohio State.